Hi, I'm Jackson. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Now, let's learn some maths. In this video, let's learn about the importance of defining the order of operations. Let's see the need of defining the order of operations using an example. Here we have 4 plus 8 into 2. Say two people are there, Jim and Tom. Jim thinks, let me first do 4 plus 8 and multiply that with 2. So he gets 12 into 2, which is 24 as the answer. Now Tom thinks that let me do 8 into 2 first. So he gets 4 plus 16 and his answer is 20. Now for the same expression, there are two answers. So which is the correct answer? Here we have seen a typical example of the need to define the order of operations. Whether addition has to be done first or multiplication has to be done first in this type of an expression. This is of utmost importance so that across the world, if anybody tries to do this problem, they should be getting the same answer. Here comes the importance of the BODMAS rule. Now, B stands for brackets, O stands for order of, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. This is the order of operations. Now, whenever you have an expression, you have to simplify the brackets first. Next comes order of. Order of is something that stands for power. Like for example, 2 into 2 into 2, that's 2 cube. So if you have something like 2 cube, that has to come in the second priority. Next one is division and multiplication. These two have the same order of priority. And then you have addition and subtraction, and these two also have the same priority. In the case of division and multiplication or addition and subtraction, you just need to do the operations from left to right. For example, if you have division and multiplication in the same expression, do the operations from left to right. Alright, now to understand these better, let's take a few examples and try to apply these rules. Now the first one, over here you have addition and you have multiplication. From the BODMAS rule, we can see that division and multiplication come before addition and subtraction. Therefore, you have to do the multiplication over here first, and this becomes 4 plus 16, that is 20. Now, the next one, you have a bracket over here. The opening bracket is over here and the closing bracket is over here. As per the BODMAS rule, brackets need to be simplified first. So this becomes 12 into 2, which is 24. Now, in the next expression, we have division and multiplication. We have seen over here that these two have the same order of priority. Therefore, you need to do the operations from left to right. So you have to do 40 divided by 4 first. That gives you 10, and 10 into 5 is 50. See, if you had done it in the reverse manner, if you had done 4 into 5 first, you would have got 20 over here, and 40 by 20 is 2, which is a totally different answer from what you are getting over here. Now in the next one, you have subtraction and addition. So just do the operations from left to right, because addition and subtraction have the same priority. So this is equal to 5 plus 3 minus 1, which is 8 minus 1, which is 7. Now in this operation, you do the operations from left to right because you have two divisions. So 360 by 36, that gives you 10, and 10 divided by 2 gives you 5. Now if you had done it in the other order, if you had done 36 divided by 2 first, you would have got 18, and 360 divided by 18 is 20, which is a totally different answer. So this is the right answer. Remember, in these cases, you have to do the operation from left to right. Let's discuss the different types of brackets in expressions. So these are the 4 types of brackets that can occur in an expression. these 4 types are no different. There's not one that's more important than the other. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is open inner brackets first. Whenever you have multiple brackets in an expression, you have to open the inner brackets first. Say for example, you have this expression over here. Now 2 plus 3 is the innermost expression over here, right? Therefore you have to open that first. So this becomes 2 into 6 minus 5, which is 2 into 1. 6 minus 5 gives you 1, and that gives you the answer as 2. So open inner brackets first. Alright, now if all the brackets as we have stated here are no different, are of equal priority, why do you have these 4 types of brackets? The vinculum, simple brackets, curly brackets and square brackets. So what's the need of these different types of brackets? Let's try to understand that. Over here I have an expression. Now there are multiple brackets used and it's difficult to understand which opening bracket corresponds to which closing bracket. Of course, with a careful eye you can identify it. For example, this opening bracket corresponds to this closing bracket. So if you go from the inside to the outside with a careful eye, you can identify it, but it is difficult to read. Imagine I use different colors for the brackets. So now it becomes very easy. I can see that this bracket corresponds to this one, right? This opening bracket corresponds to this closing bracket, and so on and so forth. Now, it's difficult to have these type of color coding when you write an expression, and instead of this we have these different types of brackets. So now easily I can see that this opening bracket corresponds to this closing bracket, this opening bracket corresponds to this closing bracket, this opening bracket corresponds to this one over here. Now let's try to solve it. Over here you have the vinculum, right? Now this is like 3 and 3 plus 4 is in a bracket. That's the vinculum. Now let's solve this first because it's the innermost bracket. This becomes 7 over here. Now the next innermost bracket is this part over here, right? So that's 1 plus 2 into 7, that's 15, right? So we write that over here like this. Now the next innermost bracket is this part over here. So you have 8 plus 4 into 15. 4 into 15 is 60. 8 plus 60 gives you 68. So we write this over here like this. We get 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 plus 68. 2 plus 68 is 70. 5 plus 70 is 75, which is your answer.